The most powerful brands in history, the ones that shaped nations, redefined industries, and left legacies, were not built on trends. They were built on truth, and truth cannot be shaken. Luxury is not what you own, it's what you carry. Prestige is not about being seen, it's about being sent. And influence is not about gathering followers, it's about being a vessel for something greater. Today, I'm going to show you how to build a brand that does not fade, one that does not beg for attention, and also it actually commands it, one that does not chase but attracts, a brand that reflects heaven's order right here on earth. So here is where we're going to really dive in, Mavens. If you haven't yet, make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe, and join the Liselle Club community. So it's all about the divine formula for building a brand that endures. There's an identity that happens before influence. You see, before God placed Adam in the garden, before God gave him dominion, he gave him an identity. And before Esther became queen, she was Hadassah. Before Joseph ruled, he was a dreamer. Their elevation did not create their identity, it revealed it. So I just want to let you know that your identity is to be revealed. You ready? Let's go. In today's world, many build brands on strategy alone, but a brand without a foundation of an identity will collapse when the winds of culture change. In Isaiah 43:1, it says, God said, I have called you by name, you are mine. So before you build anything, you must ask yourself, who are you before the world gives you a title? Number two, it's about refinement before recognition. The greatest brands in history were not built overnight. True luxury is not rushed, it is processed. True mastery is not microwaved, it is refined. The finest gold must be refined by fire before it can be shaped into something worthy. David was anointed long before he was crowned. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before he led a nation. Jesus himself spent 30 years in preparation for a 3-year ministry. If you find yourself in a season of obscurity, do not despise it. Heaven never releases anything before it is ready. What you are building must be tested, refined, and prepared before it's revealed. God is with you. In Zechariah 13:9, it says, I will refine them as silver is refined and test them as gold is tested. So if you're in a test and you're in a trial, let's go. Now, what's so important is purpose before promotion. The world teaches you to brand yourself for profit, but in the kingdom, branding begins with purpose. Your brand is not what you sell, it's what you solve. And you see, there's an example I'm going to give you, which is Deborah. So Deborah was known not because she sought fame, but because she was provided wisdom. Lydia was wealthy not because she chased riches, but because she served. And Jesus was followed not because he marketed himself, but he transformed lives. So in Proverbs 19:20, it says that many are the plans of a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. So before you ask, how can I make this profitable? First ask, how can I make this purposeful? You have to build a business that is there to serve. It says in the Bible, let the first be last and the last be first. So think of yourself being last so they can put your customers first. The other part is how to have exclusivity before exposure. You see, the greatest brands in history were not for everyone. They were intentional, but they really chose who they served and how. The same is true for your brand. If you're trying to appeal to everyone, you will resonate with no one. Jesus taught, he spoke in parables. Only those with ears to hear understood. He always said that over and over again. When Esther approached the king, it was at the right time. When Ruth aligned herself with Boaz, it was because she positioned herself in purpose, not in desperation. She was there at the right time. So this is very important when it comes to timing, especially in luxury branding, market timing, branding yourself, as well as finding this market where you have to serve is very, very important. In Matthew 7:6, it says, do not throw your pearls before swine. So it's super important for you to know that your brand is not meant to be consumed by anyone who doesn't value it. Do not waste time explaining your word to those who are just not assigned to you. Super important. So now what we're going to do is dive right in to the second part of this, which is the 5 pillars of a luxury brand that reflects heaven. This is gonna be a fun part. All right, Mavens, let's go. If you're enjoying this, make sure you do hit that subscribe, like, comment, and share to a woman who is Christian based and they absolutely want to grow their own business. All right, let's go. So the 5 pillars are really important. And the first pillar is authority. I want to let you know, Maven, that you don't need to prove yourself. You need to embody who you already are. If you agree with me, make sure you hit that heart button. Let's go. So, what's very important to build that authority is strategy. You see, luxury brands do not move randomly. They are precise, intentional, and aligned with vision. You must define your brand's purpose, message, and audience before you attempt to scale it. So in Habakkuk 2:2, it says, write the vision and make it plain. So when you write down your vision, it's important that you read it again. Read it over and over. In fact, you can even say it out loud and definitely talk to God about it and tell him your plans. Do not make the plans alone. Pillar number 3 is mastery. You cannot call yourself elite in your field if you have not mastered your craft. It's so important that you study and that you become a student of the business before you seek influence. Make sure you seek to refine your abilities to the stratosphere. Very important. In Colossians 3:23 it says, "Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord." Isn't that interesting? I have learned recently that it's important for me to deny myself and do God's work, which is just working. Like He put on this earth to work the earth. And even if there are times when I don't want to really do it, I still go ahead and do it because I do it with all of my heart as working for the Lord. It's very important that you can complete the task, complete the strategies that you decide to put forth. Pillar number 4 is presence. And presence is all about that. True luxury branding is not about visibility, it's about presence. What is the essence that you bring to the table? What do you want your clients to feel? What do you want your brand to be known for? You have to also carry yourself as if you have already been sent. Carry yourself as if your brand has already been at the end. What does a brand look like 100 years from now? Start from there. In Exodus 33:14, God says, "My presence will go with you, and I will give you rest." So just know that even though you're working so hard, you are able to rest in God's work. And pillar number 5 is legacy. And it just means that, luxury brands are built to outlast trends. And what you build should not be for a season alone. It should not just be for trends. It can be exhausting if you do that. It should be for something that your children's children can inherit, something that your customers will always remember. Do not burn yourself out to chase the next thing. In Proverbs 13:22, it says, "A good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children." And that is your business. Do not burn yourself to just do what everyone else is doing. Luxury on earth fades. Trends rise and fall. But a brand built on divine wisdom, that is when you have it all. Do not forget, luxury maven, that you are here on this planet to make things amazing. God has called you to create. In fact, you are one step below Him when it comes to the creation, right? We are little Hymns, right? We are His co heirs, right? Co heirs in Christ. So I want you to know that what you create is eternal. Don't think that what you do is in vain. Don't think that even if you're creating, nothing's working, it's okay. Sometimes you just really need to ask God for wisdom and inspiration, and He will bring it to you. I understand and I get it. It's your first life, right? It's like, how do you get what you want when you're the only one possibly trying to go on that road? And that's what I'm here for. I just want you to know that here at the Liselle Club, we will be there with you on your entrepreneurship journey. So make sure that if you're a woman who's ready to build a high ticket luxury consulting brand or entrepreneurial brand that is a high ticket price, like your products are over 200, 500, or 1,000, make sure that you join the Liselle Club because we are going to help you skyrocket, just give you the right mindsets that you need to survive as an entrepreneur. It's not fun to do it alone. It's not fun to do it by yourself. So there's a lot of faith and luxury strategy that we have to go through to get through that road faster and together. So definitely subscribe now at theliselleclub.com. Your brand legacy starts today. We will release new content, sometimes even for the community alone. It's going to grow pretty quickly. So if you're right in the beginning, stay tuned. We are launching soon. And yeah, and I also wanted to tell you thank you so much for watching these videos. If you haven't yet, make sure you go back to the videos that you have missed. There could be a nugget, a golden nugget that's in there that's going to help you with your breakthrough. I really want you to have breakthrough because I know how it is like to have it, to get exactly what you hope for, what you exactly prayed for in the finest detail. And you absolutely deserve that too. Okay. So, with that being said, if you have enjoyed it, make sure that you like, comment, subscribe, send a heart. Commenting is really only in the Liselle Club. So, make sure that you do become a subscriber so you can comment on this particular video and the other ones previously. Other than that, bye bye. Take care, little one.